Okay, so whenever you're ready to export your textures, it's pretty simple. I've renamed my texture set list to pen and ink. So when I go to File, Export Textures, it'll have that listed here. So I'm going to change my location, my export location, from the default to one that's within my project. And I'm going to put it here in the source images folder. Now you can change the file type here. I'm going to leave mine at PNG. And the configuration, it's PBR Metal Rough. You'll notice that when you expand this list, you've got a few different maps. And when you look at some of the other presets, for instance, the Unreal Packed version, you'll see that there are a few less maps, but they still have those within the channels, the RGB channels of this image here. But I'm going to go back to the one that we were working with. And you can update your texture export size. I'm going to, again, leave mine at 2048, but my final might be something a lot smaller. When I go through my scene and sort of look at everything that I can optimize, this is probably one of the things I should do, is optimize my files. So, but for now, I'm going to leave this at 2048. The dilation, again, that's going to be how much space, or the pixels are going to stretch between the shells, so that if there's any sort of like movement on the shells, then they won't show too many seams. And when you're done, just go ahead and hit export, and it'll give you your files. Now you'll notice one thing before I do that though. I've got a name here and it's kind of repetitive, so if I were to go into my configuration and change my PBR Metal Rough to different names, I can actually change this here. So I tend to name mine a little differently. I try and keep my name short if I can. And I'm just going to remove the prefix, and that way it'll just export the name that I was hoping for. When you go to the export tab, you can click on it, click on something else, and then go back to it, and these names should be updated. I'm going to click export. And now I have my files. And those are going to export there, and this is what I get.